Good afternoon. I welcome you all to the extraordinary council meeting of the 29th of June 2017. Before we start, I'd like to remind people that we are being live streamed. All the items or all the components of this meeting may not be retransmitted without our express permission, and no recording devices can be used to record this meeting. Thank you. And also, as is customary for us, I'd like to begin by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land on which we meet today. I would also like to pay my respects to elders past and present. The next item is apologies. Are there any of note? No. Not that I know of, none that have been given. There are no declaration of pecuniary interest and there is no admission of late reports. That means we move on to item 5, governance and financial reports, as per page 2 on your notes. The author is Mr. Tonkin and Mrs. Whitehead is the responsible manager. Anyway, anything to add before we resolve this issue?
No, Mr. Administrator. The report's self-explanatory. After submission of their draft documents, we're required to adopt them having reviewed the submissions. We have to make the rate, which enables us to raise our rates for 17-18, and by adopting the fees and charges and operation budget and the operation plan, everything within those plans is then resolved. Both of the submissions, of the 4 submissions, Council had already committed to reviews in both areas. So during 17-18 we'll review sections 64 and 94 contributions, and we'll also do a thorough review of our waste management charges.
That all? Thank you, Mr. Tonkin. Therefore, the recommendation that Council 1 adopt the draft delivery program incorporating the operational plan 2017 to 2018 and revenue policy following consideration of public submissions received. 2. Make the rate using the following ad valorem amounts, including under section 5483 subsection A, the maximum amount of a minimum ordinary rate to be $514. These categories as noted for the Tumbrumba site and the Tumut site. 3. Adopt the draft fees and charges schedule 2017 to 2018. 4. Adopt the draft operational budget 2017-2018. 5. That the interest on overdue rates for 2017-2018 be set at a rate of 7.5% as determined by the Minister in accordance with the Local Government Act 1993, and this is hereby resolved. Thank you. This moves us on to 5.2 on page 11, which is fees for councillors and mayor 2017-2018. Again, Mr. Proctor, anything you'd like to add to this, or Mrs. Whitehead? Nothing. It's pretty straightforward.
I have nothing further to add apart from what's in the report.
Thanks, John. Okay. The recommendation that Council set the annual fees payable to the Mayor and Councillors for 2017-2018 at the maximum level for Rural Council category, that is $11,570 Councillor annual fee and $25,250 Mayor additional fee, based on the 2017 determination of the Local Government Remuneration Tribunal, and that is hereby resolved. 5.3 adoption of council policy, that is on page 13. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 policies to be adopted. Mrs. Whitehead, anything we need to add? These have been on display.
It's self-explanatory. A report was prepared to the meeting of 27th of April, and the policies were adopted in draft form for public display. We haven't received any submissions, so it's now recommended they be adopted unaltered.
Thank you. And on that basis, the recommendation that Council adopt the following policies. 1. Contaminated land policy. 2. Gifts and benefits policy. 3. Lease licence of council crown land policy. And 4. Wood first policy is hereby resolved. That moves on to 6.1 management reports, which is, get me a moment till I get here. That's on page 26. Adoption of Snowy Valleys Council Disability Inclusion Action Plan. Nothing to add?
Again, the report's self-explanatory. The plan's been on display for a period of 1 month with no submissions received, so it's now recommended it be adopted, and that a disability inclusion access reference group be established to get some of the actions underway.
Very good. So therefore, the recommendation, 1, that Council adopt the Snowy Valleys Council Disability Inclusion Action Plan and forward the plan to the Disability Council of New South Wales for approval, and 2, that a Disability Inclusion Access Reference Group be formed and approved for ongoing consultation and Disability Inclusion Action Plan reviews. That is hereby resolved. There is no items for the Committee of the Whole, and on that basis, it now being, I put it at 2:07, if that is correct, the meeting is hereby closed. Thank you.